Luxembourg to be first European country to legalize cannabis.
Here's a summary of the article.
Luxembourg has called on its EU neighbours to relax their drug laws as its health minister confirmed plans to become the first European country to legalize cannabis production and consumption. California kicked off the legalization of medicinal cannabis in 1996. Several states had legalized recreational use by 2012 and a majority of states had legalized medicinal cannabis by 2016. If put into action, Luxembourg would join Canada, Uruguay and 11 U.S. states in flouting a UN Convention on the Control of Narcotic Drugs which commits signatories to limit exclusively for medical and scientific purposes the production, manufacture, export, import distribution, trade, employment and possession of drugs including cannabis. Luxembourg has already legalized the use of cannabis for medicinal purposes. Luxembourg will follow Canada in legalizing the possession of 30 grams of cannabis. In the Netherlands, possibly the European country most associated with a relaxed attitude toward the use of cannabis, its recreational use, possession and trade is technically illegal. Legalize it, the status of cannabis around the world.
This post received a score of 31,379, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Yay for them. First Uruguay, then Canada, now Luxembourg. Where will it all end?
Hopefully the Netherlands will follow. Our weed legislation is beyond stupid, and as a result criminals make an insane amount of money. We used to be the most progressive country regarding weed, now we've fallen behind so many others.
I read this and immediately thought that Netherlands already had legalization. Is it really just Amsterdam? Really bizarre considering how well structured and ingrained in the culture it is there.
Nah, it's the same legislation in all of the Netherlands. Weed is decriminalized. Coffee shops are allowed to sell it with very strict rules, but selling it to coffee shops is illegal, so on paper, weed magically appears in coffee shops for them to sell. You can grow up to 3 plants yourself, but if they cause annoyance or nuisance to your neighbors, the police will confiscate and destroy them. You can carry up to 5 grams on you, but the police does have the right to confiscate it from you, they just turn a blind eye. You're also only allowed to smoke it at home, but in most cities the police turns a blind eye to it too. They've been small-scale testing supplying coffee shops with weed grown by a government institution, but who knows what will come of that.
That's seriously mind-blowing that the cannabis infrastructure in Amsterdam is based on everyone agreeing to ignore the law LMAO.
Also mind-blowing is the weed there.
Didn't try it, the mushrooms though. Okay hand.
Since been made illegal, you have to eat truffles now lol, but they are essentially the exact same thing.
Smokenberg.
I'll grab my Luxembourg.
And ride my Luxembourgini.
Around Hollywood Hills. Here in my garage I got 400 marijuanas in my TEDx talk account.
Greater than here in my garage. Yep.
Didn't Portugal decriminalize all drugs a while back?
In practice, decriminalization usually means you get fined. It's not a fancy way to say legalization. Having weed on you up until a certain amount is not a crime by law, but it can be apprehended. Cops very often times don't care and will ask you to do it privately, other times they will be incredibly stupid, but overall you won't get in much trouble. I guess they see the advantage of weed tourism.
How can anyone not at this point?
Lots and lots of it happening here in Canada.
Which is surprising. The US states with recreational weed have a way better system than we do. You can dabble in everything and there aren't extreme regulations keeping smaller players from competing. We've just got boring corporate weed in Canada that comes in sterile packaging and you can't see what you're buying. If you're really interested in seeing something amazing, Amsterdam, US rec states is the way to go.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.